Nico Hulkenberg's career reached an abrupt halt at the end of last year after he was left without a racing seat as Renault opted to bring in Esteban Ocon. Hulkenberg had indicated multiple times that he had much more to offer F1. It was also rumoured that he had been trying to return for 2021, first with Renault and then with Alfa Romeo. However, an opportunity suddenly presented itself this year when Racing Point's Sergio Perez tested positive for COVID-19. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, how Nico Hulkenberg replaced Sergio Perez at Racing Point. It was well into Thursday afternoon that it was confirmed that Perez had the virus. Racing Point had to scramble for a replacement. The three drivers on their shortlist were Mercedes reserve drivers Stoffel, Vandoorne and Esteban Gutierrez, and former Renault driver Nico Hulkenberg. Vandoorne is currently busy with the Formula E race, and Racing Point team principal Otmar Szafnauer explained why they went with Nico over Gutierrez. Nico knows the team a lot more than Esteban does, and in that short period of time that we had between learning Checo couldn't drive and someone driving, we had one day. It was key to get someone who understands the team. Nico has been with us for a long time, so he knows the engineers, he's been in our simulator before, he knows how we operate, and that's going to be key to getting up to speed. He then revealed all the procedures that were involved in getting Nico ready for the race weekend. We had a lot to do in a very short time. We received the final result from Sergio yesterday at 2:20 PM. From that moment on, we had to find Hulkenberg and get him to do the same. It wasn't that difficult. I think he was ready for it. We had to take him to England and then go through the process to make sure he didn't have the virus, getting a super license form, and that's not all that easy. You have to go to the contract recognition board and then a super license. Hulkenberg is known for holding the record for the greatest number of races without a podium in F1, and Szafnauer signed off by giving his opinion on the possibility of Hulkenberg finally scoring a podium under such crazy circumstances. That would be the irony of all ironies. Hulkenberg, meanwhile, gave his thoughts as well. I was on my way to the Nürburgring for another racing project when the call from Otmar came. That was less than 24 hours ago, so it feels a bit surreal for me right now, but I like a good challenge and this is certainly one. Fast feed! Otmar Szafnauer said that people shouldn't be surprised that they, as one of the smallest teams still, are actually the fourth fastest team now they have a little more money. He further added that the fact that they fight above their weight class is in the DNA of this team. Red Bull's Christian Horner feels that Mercedes have set the bar high and they have to take on that challenge. He also revealed that power is an important part on this circuit as large sections here are full throttle. Mercedes have opted to take a new MG UK for Lewis Hamilton's car, the second of only 2 allocated per season. Former F1 driver Timo Glock feels very sorry that people forget Sebastian Vettel is a 4-time world champion and that he's clearly made Ferrari compete again for the world championship. He also thinks that Vettel has never been able to build his team around him as Michael Schumacher could. Racing Point's Sergio Perez knew that he had a top car and the team did a lot of work to be able to perform well here. It's a shame that this happened. He also revealed that he had visited his mother after she had an accident and got approval for it. Then he flew back to Europe where he also followed all the guidelines. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko thinks that Albon is not yet achieving his full potential. His new racing engineer brings a lot of experience and can help him. Alex Albon, meanwhile, feels that maybe it's because of his lack of experience that he has more problems with the car. His teammate Max Verstappen thinks that over one lap, Racing Point will be very fast, but in the race he hasn't seen that so far, so it hasn't bothered him yet. He also feels that if you copy from another team, you're always behind and you can't go any faster. That's not what you want, at least not Red Bull. And Honda F1 boss Toyoharu Tanabe has revealed that during the first triple header, they saw a clear gap to their competitors, and now they are working closely with Red Bull to close the gap. Will this surprise return for Hulkenberg open up doors for a full-time return in the future? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.